June 5th, 2024. And I wanted to say this, that sometimes God chucks a stone into a pond to evaluate the ripples. And with that being said, I wanted to talk about silence and the interpretation of silence. And I wanted to make a proclamation that I have a problem with silence, or people using silence to train themselves in order to tap into a deeper connection. For me personally, I was reared up in silence, and I spent my whole childhood pretty much locked in a room or locked in religious events, in cultic activities. I had a lot of time with myself and with Jehovah, who I built a really strong connection with early on. And I had to do that in order for my life to be saved. And what I learned is that the silence is louder than any noise around, and I can always hear it. I can always hear it, I can always follow it. I haven't always done that. Sometimes my own desires have been screaming, raging maniac that didn't even stop to hear more sound or resonance. But God can use silence to train the untrained ear, but it's not necessary. It wasn't necessary for Jesus. The Holy Spirit is that still small voice in the middle of a storm. And it's really faith that taps us into that. Faith is so powerful, our trust for who our God is, for who God is. The faith I'm talking about cannot be found in any other God than the God. And no one comes to the God except through Jesus Christ. He is the stone that was chucked into the pond that created ripples. So without him, there's no evaluation. He's the only light to come into the world. And so when he is in us and working through us, he is the only light to come into the world. And so when he is in us and working through us, he is the only light to come into the world. For all you light workers out there.